In the beginning, there was only darkness. But then, around 300,000 years ago, something remarkable happened. In the vast plains of Africa, a new species of human emerged. They were called Homo sapiens, and they were unlike anything the world had ever seen before. These early humans were unique in many ways. They had larger brains than their ancestors, which allowed them to think, create, and communicate in ways that no other animal could. They also had the ability to walk upright, freeing up their hands to use tools and carry objects. As Homo sapiens began to spread across the African continent, they developed a remarkable talent for innovation. They created the first stone tools, using sharp rocks to cut meat, scrape hides, and defend themselves against predators. These tools were the first signs of human culture and technology, and they would change the world forever. But life was not easy for these early humans. They were constantly on the move, searching for food and resources. They faced many dangers, from wild animals to harsh weather conditions, and yet they persevered. Over time, Homo sapiens began to migrate out of Africa, spreading across the globe. They crossed vast oceans and treacherous landscapes, always pushing forward in search of new opportunities. And as they moved, they brought their culture and technology with them, sharing their knowledge and skills with other groups of humans. As Homo sapiens continued to spread across the world, they began to encounter new environments and challenges. In some places, food was plentiful and easy to find, but in others it was scarce and difficult to come by. To survive in these harsh conditions, early humans began to experiment with new ways of obtaining food. They learned to domesticate plants and animals, creating a stable food supply that allowed them to settle in one place. This shift from nomadic hunting and gathering to settled agriculture was a turning point in human history. It allowed populations to grow and communities to form, and it led to the development of new technologies and social structures. But the transition to agriculture was not without its challenges. Farming required a lot of hard work and dedication. It also required careful planning and management of resources, and it often led to conflicts over land and resources. Despite these challenges, agriculture allowed humans to thrive. They built complex societies, complete with governments, religions, and trade networks, and they continued to innovate, developing new tools and techniques to improve their crops and livestock. As agriculture became more advanced, human populations began to grow. And as populations grew, so did the need for organization and governance. In some places, this led to the emergence of the first cities. These urban centers were home to thousands of people, all living and working together in close proximity. Cities were remarkable feats of engineering and social organization. They required complex systems of water supply, waste management, and transportation. They also required new forms of governance and social structures. The first cities emerged in places like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley. These early civilizations developed writing systems, which allowed them to keep records and communicate over long distances. They also developed legal codes, which established rules and regulations for society. But life in the city was not easy. It was crowded, noisy, and often dirty, and it was subject to the whims of nature, from floods to droughts. Despite these challenges, cities continued to grow and thrive. They became centers of trade, culture, and innovation, and they laid the foundation for the complex societies that would follow. In conclusion, the dawn of humanity was a time of remarkable change and innovation. From the emergence of Homo sapiens in Africa to the birth of cities in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley, early humans demonstrated an incredible ability to adapt and thrive in a wide variety of environments. Through their ingenuity and perseverance, they laid the foundation for the complex societies that would follow, and they set the stage for the remarkable story of human history.